Hi, Sam. Are you ready for today's vocabulary lesson?
Hi, Alex. Absolutely. What's the word for today?
Today, we're learning
niedrig,
Niedrig.
What does it mean?
It means low in English, often used to describe height, prices, or levels. The most common usage is for physical height, like describing a low wall or a low point in a journey.
That's interesting. Are there any false friends with this word?
Yes, there is. Be careful not to confuse
niedrig,
with the English word narrow. They sound somewhat similar but have different meanings. Now, let's talk about grammar.
niedrig,
Is an adjective, and it can change slightly depending on what you're using it with. For example, you might say,
die Mauer ist niedrig.
which means the wall is low.
Got it. How about the comparative and superlative forms?
Good question. The comparative is
Niedriger,
meaning lower, and the superlative is
am niedrigsten.
meaning the lowest. The word
Niedrig,
comes from Old High German. Originally, it had a similar meaning, and over time, it has always been associated with something that is not high.
That's really fascinating. So, it has deep historical roots.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's break down the word.
niedrig,
Can be seen as having a root and a suffix. The root is
nied,
indicating something low, and the suffix doesn't change its meaning significantly in this case.
So, it's not a compound word.
Correct. It stands alone. Now, let's look at similar words. For example, with the prefix,
nieder,
we have,
niederlassen,
which means to lower or to let down. There's also
niederschlagen,
meaning to knock down.
What about other words with the same suffix?
Sure. There's,
freundlich,
which means friendly, and
unfreundlich,
meaning unfriendly. Both show how the suffix can help form opposites.
This is so helpful.
Another one is,
müde,
which means tired. You can say,
müder,
for more tired, and
am müdesten,
for the most tired. Let's practice some real-life situations using.
niedrig,
Imagine you're at a store and you see a low price. You could say,
der Preis ist niedrig.
Der Preis ist niedrig.
perfect. Now, imagine you're talking about a low ceiling in a room. You could say,
Die Decke ist niedrig.
Die Decke ist niedrig.
Great! Lastly, if you're discussing a low point in your day, you might say,
Es war ein niedriger Punkt für mich.
Es war ein niedriger Punkt für mich.
excellent job! Now, for the noun form, when we use.
Niedrig.
We don't have one since it's just an adjective. But if we think about a related noun, like
Niedrigkeit.
it refers to the quality of being low.
That's a bit complicated, but I see what you mean.
You can remember that nouns with the suffix
Keit.
often refer to a state or quality. Now, let's talk about usage.
Niedrig.
Is generally informal. You might hear it in everyday conversation. Typical collocations include
Niedriger Preis.
for low price,
Niedrige Temperaturen.
for low temperatures, and
Niedriger Wasserstand.
for low water level.
Those are really useful phrases.
Just be cautious with similar words. For example, don't confuse
Niedrig.
with,
Neugierig.
which means curious. Now, let's wrap this up with some example sentences. For instance,
Die Stühle sind niedrig.
meaning the chairs are low.
Die Stühle sind niedrig.
Another one is,
Ich habe einen niedrigen Score in dem Spiel gehabt.
which means I had a low score in the game.
That's interesting.
And,
Die Preise sind in diesem Geschäft niedrig.
meaning the prices are low in this store.
I see how this works.
Now, let's have a quick recall check. What does
Niedrig.
mean?
It means low.
Correct. What's the comparative form?
Niedriger.
Exactly. Can you give me an example of a situation where you would use
Niedrig.
Maybe when I talk about low prices.
yes? What is the noun related to?
Niedrig.
Niedrigkeit.
Yes, well done. Last question, what's the opposite of
Niedrig.
I think it's
Hoch.
perfect? Great job today, Sam. Remember, the key takeaway is that
Niedrig.
means low and is used in various contexts. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time.
Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate your help.